Hey, this is Arroe. Guess who's back in my studio? We are unplugged and totally uncut with Astrid Haven. Hey, Astrid Haven returns. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing, girl? How are you doing? What's going on, guys? Man. Nice seeing you guys, too. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, all over.
Writing and coming up with good ideas.
Okay, when you guys say writing, what are we writing? What's going on since the last time we talked?
Got a couple new songs, maybe a cover.
Interesting that you guys say EP because I was just, Phil Collins from Def Leppard has just released an EP, and I asked him, I said, what's the story on that? And although he didn't jump into it, it must be the big hip thing that people are willing to do 3 songs more than going out and buying full albums and all that kind of stuff. Because research has shown people won't buy full CDs.
Yes, very, very hard.
So now, when you do you have a sample of your things here that I can listen to, or is it still too early? Or
Not quite yet. We haven't hit the studio yet. We're working on scheduling for the first time in quite some time.
Cool. Where are you guys going to record at?
We like the Jam Room in Columbia.
Oh, very cool.
They work very well with us. Excellent setup. Great guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, who's the gentleman here?
This would be Colt.
I'm Colt.
Colt, what do you do, man?
I'm the drummer.
Oh.
And I play the guitar full of candy, as you'll see later.
It's an unofficial drum now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Reconfigured, repurposed. We're a green band.
So, the drummer, man, you're the one that gets all the girls.
Yeah, let's say that.
Who's the gentleman back here on the other side?
That'd be Bob.
And what's Bob do?
Bob Todd, embryo. That is our #1 man right here on guitar. Get over here, Bob.
The musical ungenius, as they would say.
And where are you from, Bob?
Around the area of Lancaster, though. Most of us are from really small towns. You're from Florida?
New York, then Florida.
New York, then Florida.
Yeah.
He's the only one of us that's been all around.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy. We used to consider ourselves a Charlotte band. Mm-hmm. However, I'm the only one that was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. Never lived here. I was just born here. And we're all from everywhere else.
Now, listening to your accent, I'm thinking you're more of North Side Charlotte. Is that true? Is that right?
No, I'm actually from down in South. Just a good old boy.
Just the man with the land.
He lives in a town where the only bar is across from the police station.
I love that.
Hey.
There's one traffic light in the whole town.
What town's that then?
It's Great
Falls.
Oh, Great Falls. Okay.
Yeah, that's where
excellent.
we practice at.
Oh, so you're the one that's got that then. You know, when I grew up, a band to me was you had to have somebody who was going to drive the car. Then you had to have someone who was going to buy the beer. And then, we had certain people in the band for different reasons, man. That's just what it was.
Rock and roll.
I provide the Kraken.
The McCracken? That's So did you guys work on some Christmas music?
We have.
Sort of, kind of.
We were thinking about taking something to the studio with that. We're not quite sure how we feel about it yet.
Sounds awesome, though. Just don't know how, if we want to release it or not.
Oh, cool. What do you guys want to sing today?
We were thinking about doing a acoustic version of one of our favorite little ditties off our last album.
Let's do it. It's
called I'll Sing I-Kandi.
Is red. Met the candy man with the skeleton hand, and he said, "Fight or fuck me, I'll be under the shed." When I went to dig the dead for the Chester's parade, all the cons that were marching in the Bunny's brigade were singing, "We're tying the nooses, counting the bruises. We're painting the roses red. We're tying the nooses, counting the bruises. We're painting the roses red." See y'all seeing I-Kandi sitting at the top of the pyramid. We'll build the shit and plant the new crowd. And when you suck it, you find out you fucking need it. We'll make them fall in love to take it away. And we polished off the machines, and now you're killing for it. We got you down on your knees, and you're just feeling on it. The code is under your sleeve, you got your buckle on it. So slit your wrist and just bleed, and let them suckle on it. We're tying the nooses, counting the bruises. We're painting the roses red. La la la, la la. We're tying the nooses, counting the bruises. La la la, oh, painting the roses red. La la la. I've got the appetite to make the mothers suicidal before the great revival. That's why the candy's vital. They taught us to read along the hyperglyphic Bible. Till the valley they had littered with the Axis idols. They told the tale of Eve and Mary at the same time. Sleeping Beauty taught to read the rhythm and the patterns rhyme. But they were so blind, they thought the Braille was shrapnel. They couldn't see the Holy Grail inside the Eden apple. We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red.
Grab the mic back.
Yeah, got you right.
Wow, 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 wow. You gotta tell me about that song, guys.
I hate it.
No, you do.
I have always hated
Always
it.
has. I mean, do you want? Can I tell the honest version of how that
Yeah,
song
yeah,
came about?
tell
I
me
mean,
about it.
it's kind of lewd and crazy and
I like that.
self-incriminating.
The more swear words and illegal activities, you can include the better.
Well,
Isn't that what Nirvana did with Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Yes.
Naked baby on the cover.
the reason we switched up, like he said, I'm usually keyboardist and secondary guitars, and the reason I take the head on this one on guitars is it's one of the first songs I wrote all entirely on the guitar ever. I was about 17 years old and ate acid my first time with my first real girlfriend, and it was way too much, and went from watching Alice in Wonderland, the old cartoon Disney one, because that just seemed ideally suited to the moment. Went from cuddling up with her, a nice wholesome moment, more or less, minus the illicit substances in our systems and extra geometric figures and whatnot occurring around the world. But I went from that to standing naked on top of my guitar amplifier, just playing this song for the first time ever. It just kind of flowed through my fingers, and my girlfriend came out of the room and said, "Wow, you should remember that. That actually doesn't suck."
Oh, man.
Here we are.
Now, I can't imagine what that sounds like when it's full orchestra, basically, loud in your face in a club.
That's why he hates it. Because as fun of a song as it is, it's so much aggravation to play live.
Really?
It's one of those-
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, people are switching instruments around, things are going on.
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
actually- I'll
If
play,
you're trying to fit into a set, it's a nightmare.
I'll play keyboard line while I'm playing hammer-ons on the guitar in that song. It's a little complex, and Murphy's Law is quite highly present in that song.
Absolutely.
Now, what is the best way for someone to get a hold of you guys?
Our manager, Maria Rachowski, right there.
Okay, they're listening to us on iHeartRadio, so you tell me. How do they get in touch with you?
What's that email address?
mrachowski@ymail.com. That's it. Yep.
Might want to spell that.
Yeah.
mrachowski@ymail.com. Astrid Haven Booking and
We
Management,
also
right there.
have Facebook. Then there's like a whole bunch of other sites, but they're all
Yeah, there's
on there.
We all have our
Reverb Nation, there's
personal-
music page, personal
But
profiles.
they're all right there if you need them.
It's amazing how, since you guys went up on the iHeart channel, how people and where they are listening from. And I can't wait to see, when you guys start crossing over into the Russias and the Frances and stuff like that, because people will discover you. And have you thought about that?
Oh, yeah.
One thing about this band is we've never, and I don't know if people are going to laugh at us for doing this or be like, oh, that's so punk rock, but we've never sent material to any record label ever to try to get signed anywhere.
You say punk rock. Oh, and I got to go back to talking with Phil Collins, who's teamed up with this band, which is called Man Rays. Dude, the punk rock movement is back. And that's what that band is all about. So for you to, this is in less than a week, I've had 2 punk rock people, or that moment come back up, and I asked them about that.
Maybe the universe is manifesting us.
Well, I think that music is changing, and that this form of music is also very emotional. In fact, one of the members of Man Rays is from the Sex Pistols, so it's got that energy and that drive to it. So you guys are on target on what's happening.
Musical development is cyclical and kind of mirrors the nature of a sine wave. It's oscillation. It's like a slinky. It's going in circles, but it's moving forward simultaneously. So we're coming around full circle to times that we've experienced before. We experienced in the early 90s. We experienced in the late 70s. We experienced in the early 60s. Even going back to Elvis starting with, that's inappropriate foot wigglings. But every time we loop back around to this highly emotional, highly progressive form of music, which we've got the fluff periods and we've got the progressive periods. We've got the forward-thinking progressive, and then we've got the regressives, the kind that are like, oh, I'm emotional, but I've given up. And then there's...
I'm too double thick. I like it all.
But it picks up attributes of every other go around, every time it moves forward. So it's
and now we're here.
Progress, it's evolution. It's little bits of time building on.
And what I love about punk, and I lived the punk era back in the 1980s, and what I loved about it was that underground came up on top of the ground. But the only problem is the radios of the world destroyed it, because what becomes the alternative when the alternative is heard every 45 minutes? Have you thought about that?
I'm sure that'll happen again, and it's bound to happen. As long as we do it this way, it's going to happen that way. But then out of each time it goes around, so much awesome stuff comes out from it that it's like, well, if we have to do it this way, then let's do it well. Like, keep pushing with what you really believe in, and the other stuff will kind of get trended out.
We have yet to sell out.
Well, see, now you got to go.
We're waiting on it to come to us.
Yes.
That's good, but
Make an offer.
Yeah. What you got?
Free cheats on Fridays. Come on down.
I will sell out. I think some people told me I'm a DJ at a strip club, and that's why my voice is kind of out today. I yell at and for naked people all night. That's my job. So,
Speaking of that, we all do the different things for voices. What do you guys do? Only because I just came across this weekend because everybody said to use it.
I don't do anything, and that's why my career will be short and sweet.
Well, this is called Arnica Montana for vocals, and so you don't do anything for your vocals at all?
No, I'm an absolute lazy slacker.
So you're looking for the raspiness in? Makes you sound like a rock star.
I'm not looking for it, but if it works, it works.
Yeah. Any of you other guys and stuff like that? I mean, especially you on drums, man. How the hell do you breathe playing all that music? Everybody gets to take a break but you.
Well, sometimes it sounds funny, but I have to remind myself to breathe. I get going so fast, and in between songs, I'm like, just chill out a second. And then but sometimes, yes, I do run out of air and energy, for sure. And sometimes my arms lock up if I'm playing too hard, and that's a nightmare. But the show goes on.
It's very rare for me to see anything outside of my little world I create on stage when I'm playing. I've got
in the keyboard cage.
Yeah, I really am. Like I've even constructed a glowing cage that surrounds me now when I'm stuck behind my tiers of keyboards.
Get back in your case, Gogo.
Damn straight, sorry. But no, I've got so many patches on 3 different keyboards going while I'm trying to switch between guitar tunings and things like that. There's never time to consider nutritional needs or rehydration or anything like that on stage.
The last time that we were together, we had talked about Queen. I've now had some time with Brian May of Queen.
Oh, wow.
And guys, oh my God, you talk about a man who still has passion. And I'm telling you, that passion is like in this room here. You guys are showmen.
Then you might know what's going on with Adam Lambert. Is he still doing that?
No. Adam Lambert is. In fact, I just heard him on American Top 40 this past weekend. Is working with several different bands and things like that. Right now, he's that background actor basically, and because he was just on Glee last week.
Yeah.
And so, but he's not with Queen. I would still see that with Paul Rogers, and even the guy from Fun did a phenomenal job when they did their thing out there with the iHeartRadio Music Festival. So. Brian May, all he wants to do right now is put a lot of focus on telling Freddie Mercury's story, and Sasha Khan was supposed to be in the movie, and he walked out on it.
Who?
Sacha Cohen?
Oh, the Borat?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
He was
actually
actually on.
doing really good.
He was on
Really?
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah,
That's
he
surprising.
walked out on it.
Do you any idea why?
I don't know. We could spread some good rumors,
Yeah.
but
That's
I'm sure,
speculation.
At this point, why bother?
I think that he wanted to do it, but something,
a lot of
we
pressure,
never
though.
know the politics
Yeah,
of what
if
goes
you-
on.
Yeah,
True.
Book to play like an iconic person like that, every rock fan in the world is going to be like arms crossed. At the
Yeah,
city,
that's
But when has
excellent
he ever
point.
done
waiting for you to look
anything
stupid.
serious? I mean, he.
Oh, I mean, despite the layer of ridiculousness, everything he's done has been relatively serious and severe social and political commentary.
Yeah, but it's
Once
still
you get past
him
the
taking a
dick and
character.
Yeah, exactly.
doing,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because especially with him, you're gonna get a Baz Luhrmann kind of appeal to everything about him. In other words, Baz Luhrmann can't do one straight line. He's got to sit there and he's got to wiggle things and mess with people's minds and stuff. So I mean, it's and maybe that's what they were afraid of. Maybe Sacha looked at the script and said, "Come on, you got to give me one place." I mean, can you imagine Robin Williams doing a serious role?
1 hour photo. I wouldn't say it's serious, but wow.
What was the one where he had the rapid aging disease?
Was that
That was Robin Williams.
was it Robin Williams?
Yeah, I can't remember what that was called.
Bangarang?
Yeah. If we can call that serious, but that's a Pride movie.
So what's up with you guys next then? So I know you said you're going to be doing some writing and stuff like that. Do you do all your writing down in Great Falls then, or?
For the most part, yeah. Like,
Dude, I think Bob plays a little at home by himself and then brings it to practice.
It sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. He plays with himself in practice.
not a whole lot to do in Lancaster.
Yeah.
I told you, man, the drummer gets all the girls. Everybody else just plays with themselves.
Do whatever.
Did you guys have another song that you want to sing, or you want to stick with that one, or what you want to do?
We didn't. I don't think
I don't
we
think
we did.
Yeah, we're not really.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we've ever acoustified
Anything.
Ever.
Yeah.
We've tried before and just be like, nah, not today.
Oh my God, did they not sound phenomenal, or what?
First time, historical.
Popped the cherries. Good job, bro.
Got it.
Go ahead and tell us that email address and webpage and stuff like that again.
Facebook.com/Astrid Haven Music.
ReverbNation.com/Astrid Haven, and Astrid Haven Management is M. Rochowski, ROCHWSKI, @ymail.com.
You can look us up on YouTube. There's a lot of videos and stuff on YouTube.
And yeah, once you say that again about YouTube.
YouTube, yeah, there's a lot of videos and stuff. Like if you're just curious about other stuff that you might
Well, you're
not
all over
find on the
MySpace too.
site.
Oh, yeah.
we'll
Yeah, I
my
forgot about it.
That's
See,
still out
you
there.
can't be forgetting about MySpace because
still keep
Justin
up to date.
Timberlake's revamped that baby.
Yeah.
We still keep ours up to date. We just don't hear too much from it right
Yeah.
now. You know, the fans watch it and listen to the pages, but they're not as active on there. They're talking on Twitter and Facebook, but they're listening.
We were,
I think, unless I missed something.
we were the featured band on Vampire Freaks not too long ago. My
That one's still doing
yeah, my
really
little
good.
18-year-old gothy little cousin, which she was so proud, she took a screenshot and Facebook shared it and was like, "That's my cousin's band, yay!"
That's what it's little things like that. We're always searching for that
we're
viral
happy,
thing.
yeah.
What's going to be the next viral movement and things? And so there was a comedian that was in here last week, and he was talking about if you don't go viral, nobody talks about you. If you don't always constantly search for being unique and different, then you'll be forgotten immediately. And so he gets on the mic and he starts talking about sitting in a room with Kathy Lee Gifford and the things he said. Oh my God! Ay. So I mean, what would you guys do bizarre enough that would get you that attention?
Our live shows.
I mean, I can't help
It's
but
bizarre.
be anything
we
but
get
bizarre.
really close to getting in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
And we used to have a reputation. The things that we'd throw from the stage and the things that would end up on stage were not.
And then the rumors that got started about the things that would end up in the things that we would throw
Yeah.
out on the people, and,
So
it
we had
started,
to calm down for a little
yeah.
while, lay low and stuff. But we're back. Everything's cool now.
Yeah, we have liquids available.
That's funny.
We're matured now.
Astrid Haven, thank you so much for coming back in the studio today, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
you.